This is the KRMG Afternoon News with Skylar Cooper.
The KRMG Afternoon News, and we are joined live by Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon for this week's BA Breakdown. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Skylar. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I know you're a busy man. We've got a lot of preparation for your State of the City tomorrow, and I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second. But I first wanted to ask you about something a little different. I saw that the city has put out that annual financial report. It kind of outlines revenue sources, sales tax dollars, where they go, what they're spent on, how, people like me, my property taxes, what that pays for. Could you just explain for us how that's a benefit for the city, for the residents of the city? What are some key points you think people would be interested in from that?
Well, just to step back a little bit, when I first got here 8 years ago, our main piece of transparency or communications with our citizens was a small newsletter that we did in our utility bills. And I just felt like we needed a higher level of transparency and engagement with the community in terms of how things are done, what's going on at City Hall, as well as how their tax dollars are spent. And so we created the newsletter called the Thrive Edition, Your Money at Work. And this is a document that's put together that focuses on explaining to our residents and businesses where the tax dollars come from and how they're spent. It also includes a number of projects that are currently being worked on during the fiscal year. And so to me, this is an extremely important document because if you want to find out how the city compares to other communities in the Tulsa metropolitan area in terms of utility rates, sales tax rates, property tax rates, and so forth, you can find that information in there so you can be well informed about exactly how your money is received and how it's spent.
And that's important to a lot of folks, especially our listeners. How do you find it? Where do I go get it?
Actually, we've transitioned from sending it out to every household because that is quite expensive, and the engagement we were getting, we felt like it would probably be best to make it more of a digital type platform. So you can find it on our website. There is a video that we have on our social media platforms that talks about where you can go to, but you can go to our website and you can click on the link and you'll be able to find it and then go through every single thing on every single page. It's something we do every single year, and we are super proud of all the information that's in there about our city.
You do have your State of the City address happening tomorrow. It's your 9th one, I understand, since you became city manager of BA. And we did talk a little bit about this a few weeks ago, kind of teasing ahead to it. But now that it's just about here, can you give us a little preview? Like, is there a theme to the State of the City this year?
I can tell you I'm so proud and humbled to have this opportunity to go before the sold-out crowd at the chamber luncheon tomorrow. And I'm just so blessed to have this opportunity. And I can tell you that those that are in attendance or watch the presentation are going to hear two words in one phrase quite often, and that's the word prosperity, the word engagement, and quality of life. I mean, Broken Arrow is working really hard to maintain a great quality of life, and so those are my themes, is really to talk about a snapshot of the growth and prosperity that's currently happening in Broken Arrow. I am proud to say that this year I've asked the council members to join me on stage for a portion of the presentation, and we are going to update the membership and the community on how we're doing in essentially 5 areas: public safety, communications, city finances, public infrastructure, and then economic development or growth and prosperity. And we're really going to outline for the community the type of successes that we have, and then we're going to talk about what's on the horizon for our community. We've got the outdoor amphitheater. We've got some decisions to make about a new city hall. We're also going to be preparing for our next bond package, which is going to be in 2026. And so the council members and I are going to outline to the committee all the exciting things that we have going on, and then we're going to address the challenges. I mean, obviously, every city has them, and we're going to just talk about, the cost of doing business is going up because of supply chain issues, inflation, and we just need to hit those things head on so the public knows what we're dealing with so there's no surprises. So I couldn't be more happy to be coming before the membership tomorrow, and then we'll get the information out to the community because we definitely always want to make sure our citizens know what's happening in City Hall.
Broken Arrow City Manager Michael Spurgeon, we'll hear that speech, and we'll bring you more as we wrap up that event tomorrow. Thanks for joining us here on the BA Breakdown. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.